Tristan Rimbaud is a psychic medium. He writes a syndicated weekly horoscope column and is the author of 2 books, and he tours the country every year lecturing on spirit communication. Tristan also conducts personal psychic readings over the telephone for people worldwide, and we'll tell you how you can get one at the end of this interview. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me on.
Exactly what do you do as a psychic medium?
As a psychic, I sit in personal readings usually over the phone, and I read for callers. I touch on everything from health to relationships to finances, career, family members and friends that have passed over usually come through with validations, birth dates, ways that they crossed over, what the family was like, how they got along with everybody, and also sometimes animals will come through with them that have crossed over that were close in the family.
Now, how did you develop your psychic abilities?
My mother psychic, my father. I grew up in a house with activity. We'd go in the kitchen in the morning and all the cabinet doors would be open because we had a lot of restless spirits that kind of were drawn into the energy. And because I had that upbringing, I felt relatively normal being psychic as a kid because my mother explained this stuff to me. And in my teenage years, it got to a point where I couldn't deny being psychic, and opportunities just opened up to do it professionally, and it's been my life for 8 years now.
Do you think that we all have psychic abilities?
Without a doubt. Everyone, if you have a soul, you have an innate connection to your God center, which is essentially your instincts, which are essentially psychic abilities. And everyone, it's kind of like, the analogy I use is baseball. Everyone, to an extent, can play baseball, but some are good enough at it to work at it professionally, and some are good enough just to hit the ball around. Same thing with psychic ability. Some people can develop it to a large extent, and then some can just know what the weather's going to be.
So how could we develop our psychic abilities so that we could be not professionals but the best that we could be?
Literally just being open to what's going on. It's important to have a God center. You don't have to practice a specific religion, but being open to a higher power, being open to something beyond yourself, exploring, researching, going to a New Age shop or the New Age section of a bookstore and reading things that are interesting and watching shows on the paranormal, and just literally being aware opens up your innate instinct to want to develop, and it kind of happens naturally as the years go by.
Tristan, we're almost out of time, but we'll put your website up on the screen. Tell our viewers how they can contact you.
The website is tristanrimbaud.com. It's www.tristanrimbaud.com, and the office number is 502-962-4287. And of course, I'm in there 7 days a week. I do 70 shows on radio a year. I've got the weekly horoscope column, and I have daily prayers on my website that are available for free as well. So I welcome them to check out the website, and also, of course, to call for a reading if they'd like. I'll be around.
Tristan Rimbaud, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me on.